My oldest child turned 21 last month. I still do not know if they are mine. In 2004, my wife told me she was pregnant. 20 seconds later, she told me she had been having an affair. She did not know whose baby it was. I was 26 years old. I did not know what to do, so I did nothing. I buried it. I never told a single person. For 20 years, I pretended it never happened, until I stumbled upon the evidence I had hidden. And this time, I demanded the truth. What she told me, it destroyed everything I thought I knew about my life. The year 2003 changed everything, not just for the country, but for us as well. My wife and I had moved cross country in 2001 so I could start a new career. We were happy, excited, building something together. But after 9/11, everything in my industry stalled. I went back to school, worked odd jobs, waited. By late 2003, I finally got my break, but it meant going back west to get the experience I needed, just temporarily. 6 months, maybe less. We talked about it for weeks. Should she come with me, quit another job after only a year? She said she wanted to stay, build her career. We had done long distance before. We could handle it. So after the holidays, in January 2004, she flew back east, and I stayed behind. We talked every day, sometimes twice a day. I flew out to see her in February. She came west in March. We were making it work, or so I thought. In April, I booked us a cruise for early July, our anniversary, a celebration of making it through the separation. I thought we were closer than ever, but I had no idea what was really happening 3,000 miles away. Late July, I get a call from her. She sounds different, excited, but nervous. When can you come back out here? I need to tell you something. I told her I'd be there in 3 days. She said it couldn't wait and it had to be in person. So that day, I booked a plane ticket. I ran through every possibility on that flight, wondering what it could be, a promotion. Maybe she wanted to move back west with me sooner. When she picked me up at the airport, she was glowing, radiant. I'd never seen her look so beautiful. I think we were 5 minutes from the apartment when I couldn't take it anymore. Just tell me, what's this big news? She said I should wait until we get into our apartment. She pulls into the parking lot, puts the car in park, and we walked into the house. As soon as we entered, she took my hand, and she said, I am pregnant. Time stopped. We had been trying for 3 years. 3 years of negative tests, 3 years of wondering if it would ever happen. And now, finally, as I was rearranging the clothes and the luggage which I had dropped due to the excitement, I was already planning, thinking about names, about how to break the news to our families. I was the happiest I had ever been in my entire life. There and then, she said, there is something else I need to tell you. I have been having an affair, and I do not know whose baby this is. 20 seconds. That is how long I went from the highest high of my life to the lowest low. I do not remember what I said. I know I yelled. I know I cried. She told me it was someone from her office, a guy she had introduced me to at a holiday party before we separated. I asked her when it started. She said February, just a month after I left. She said they had had sex 3 times, never in our bed, once on the couch, twice in hotels. I asked if she loved him. She did not answer. I told her to never speak to him again. She said okay. Then she said, I have to go to bed. I have work in the morning, and she went to bed. No apology. No tears, no remorse. Just good night. I could not sleep. At 3 a.m., I pulled up her phone records online. Thousands of calls between them, thousands of texts, all hours, every single day. And then the printer turned on by itself. Something was still in the queue from earlier. Are these zodiac signs compatible for marriage? One sign was hers, the other was not mine. She had been planning a life with him. The next week, we went to her doctor. The OB asked about the conception date. She said, early July, right around the time of our cruise. The doctor smiled, said everything looked healthy. I heard early July, and I grabbed onto it like a life raft. It was mine. It had to be mine. We had sex on that cruise. It was ours. I decided right then I was not going to ask any more questions. I just wanted the pain to stop. So when I got my job offer in November, we moved. New city, fresh start, and we never, ever talked about it again. Our baby was born in February 2005. Beautiful, healthy, perfect. I looked for signs. I studied every feature, the eyes, the nose, the shape of the face, but newborns do not look like anyone. They just look like babies. And as the months passed, I convinced myself it did not matter. This was my child. I was there. I was the father. We had 2 more kids. Life moved on. From the outside, we looked perfect, but I never forgot. Last year, I found my box of evidence again. I do not even remember what I was looking for, but there it all was. 20 years of buried truth. I showed it to her, asked if there was anything else she wanted to tell me before I threw it away. She made a comment, something dismissive, and something in me snapped. For 20 years, she got away with it. She had her affair. She had her excitement. And I got to suffer in silence. I told her I'd been able to recover her old emails and text messages, all of them. And what she had told me 20 years ago was not true. I was bluffing, but she did not know that. What came out over the next 3 weeks destroyed me. She admitted they did not have sex 3 times. They had sex 3 to 4 times per week for 6 months. In his car, in hotels, in our apartment, yes, in our bed, multiple times. And then she told me something I will never forget. One night they were at a hotel. I called her. I remember her voice sounded strange, breathless. She told me she was at a coworker's house for dinner. I asked if she was okay. She said yes. We talked for 5 minutes. I told her I loved her. She said it back. She was having sex with him while talking to me. They thought it would be funny. The baby was not conceived on our cruise. So, whose child was it? Whose child did I raise? I love them. Completely. Unconditionally. They are my child. In every way that matters. But I still do not know. I bought a DNA test 6 months ago. It is in my desk drawer. I have opened that drawer 100 times. I cannot bring myself to use it because what if the answer is the one I do not want? What if I find out that 21 years of my life were built on a lie? My wife and I are still together. We have been in counseling for 8 months now. The therapist asked her why she did it. She said she does not know. She said she felt alive. She still has not apologized. People ask me why I stayed. The truth? I do not know. Maybe I am a coward. Maybe I am just tired. Or maybe it is because when I look at my children, all of them, I know that whatever else is true, they were worth everything, even the not knowing. I do not know if I will ever take that test. I do not know if I want to know. Maybe some questions do not need answers. Maybe some truths are just too heavy to carry. Or maybe I am just not ready yet.
Is he doing the right, wisest thing? The most honorable thing a man should do in this situation? Let me know in the comments. Should he go ahead and do the paternity test? Is that really necessary? Thanks for watching. For more true life infidelity and betrayal stories, click subscribe. Turn on the notification to be among the first to know when new stories drop.